The shifting sands of global power. A new economic order. The global economy is at a crossroads, experiencing tectonic shifts that signal the decline of the Western-centric world order and the rise of new power centers. The future belongs increasingly to China, India, Turkey, and Asia as a whole. These nations are positioning themselves as the architects of a new era, one that challenges the hegemony of the Anglo-Saxon world and the colonial legacy that has sustained it for centuries. The decline of Western hegemony. For much of modern history, the West, led by the United States and its European allies, has dominated global economic and political affairs. This dominance was not merely the product of innovation or merit, but was built on the back of colonial exploitation and the systematic plundering of resources from other nations. The United States, in particular, has long treated countries like Italy as second-class partners, using them to further its interests while offering little in return. This reflects the deep-seated colonial arrogance of the Anglo-Saxon world, a mindset that views itself as superior and entitled to dictate terms to the rest of the globe. However, this era of Western dominance is coming to an end. The U.S. is grappling with an unprecedented $35 trillion debt, a financial burden that continues to grow. The dollar, once the bedrock of global finance, is now on a downward spiral. The elites in Washington seem to believe they can evade the consequences of this debt by triggering a major conflict and pressing the reset button on the global economy. Yet, this strategy is fraught with risks, not just for the U.S. but for the entire world. The rise of a multipolar world. In contrast to the West's declining influence, countries like China, India, and Turkey are emerging as the new power centers of the global economy. These nations, along with others in Asia, are forging alliances and building economic frameworks that challenge the traditional Western-led institutions. The BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, are prime examples of this new order taking shape. Italy, a nation long tethered to the whims of Washington and Brussels, has a unique opportunity to redefine its role in this changing landscape. Under the leadership of figures like Giorgia Meloni, there is a growing recognition of the need to break away from the influence of the corrupt cabal in Washington, D.C., and the equally compromised bureaucracy in Brussels. The European Union, for all its promises of unity and prosperity, is increasingly seen as a sinking ship, weighed down by its own internal contradictions and the blatant self-interest of its member states. Brussels, much like Washington, is rife with corruption. EU members often serve more as representatives of their corporate sponsors than of the people they are supposed to represent. The lavish lifestyles enjoyed by these officials, funded by hefty salaries and unlimited spending budgets, stand in stark contrast to the austerity measures imposed on ordinary citizens. This disconnect between the rulers and the ruled is one of the reasons why the EU is destined to fail. The United Kingdom, recognizing the writing on the wall, made a smart move with Brexit, distancing itself from the sinking European project. Challenges and opportunities in an uncertain future. The global economy is not just shifting but is also facing unprecedented challenges. Climate change, technological disruption, and demographic shifts are all creating uncertainties that traditional economic models are ill-equipped to handle. The rise of artificial intelligence and automation threatens to upend labor markets, while the effects of climate change are already being felt in the form of more frequent and severe natural disasters. Yet, with these challenges come opportunities. The nations that are able to adapt to these changes will be the ones that thrive in the new global order. China, India, and Turkey are already investing heavily in renewable energy, digital infrastructure, and education, laying the groundwork for future prosperity. Italy, too, has the potential to be a leader in this new era, but it will require bold leadership and a willingness to break free from the constraints of the past. In this uncertain future, the old colonial powers of the West can no longer rely on their historical advantages. The world is moving toward a multipolar reality where power is more evenly distributed, and nations like China, India, and Turkey are leading the charge. The decline of the US dollar and the rise of alternative economic frameworks like BRICS and the SCO are just the beginning of this transformation. Conclusion. The state of the world economy is one of flux and transformation. The old order, dominated by the United States and its European allies, is giving way to a new reality where Asia, and particularly China, India, and Turkey play a central role. The challenges ahead are significant, but so are the opportunities. For nations like Italy, the path forward lies in breaking free from the influence of a corrupt and declining West and embracing the possibilities of a new, multipolar world. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The days of Western hegemony are numbered, and a new era is on the horizon.